It's amazing to have Torpey involved. I suppose we're playing hurling over there. We're also planting bamboo is one of the tree crops, one of the trees we plant. And I suppose Torpey and the Warriors Humanity in South Africa and the Gaelic Players Association are very aligned in their in their focus on sustainability. And it's so great to come here and see what a wonderful setup, a wonderful innovative setup here in 6 Mile Bridge in Torpey. And and hear from Sean himself, the huge focus on sustainability, even in terms of clothing, in terms of the hurley they use in bamboo, in terms of the real drive and the pride they have in how sustainable, the production is here. Plant the Planet Games, it's our third edition this year, where we bring 40 to 50 GA players from all the four codes: hurling, football, ladies football and camogie, all inter-county players in partnership with the GPA and South Africa and my own brand, Warriors for Humanity. And we bring them to Kenya. And they play a historic GA game in Kenya, and they also play the AFC Leopards, the Premier League soccer team, in a game. But more importantly, they all raise €10,000. And the €10,000 will go collectively for the group planting 1 million trees. That's an amazing legacy for the players to leave behind in terms of the environment. But also the trees that are planted have a huge impact on the people in the communities where they're planted. The people who receive the trees own the trees, and then they're trained and educated and given a huge amount of technical support to live off these trees. So you have food crops, you have cash crops, you have nitrogen to the soil crops, you have shelter belts, reforestation, rehabilitation of degraded soil, improvement in seed quality, seed diversification, and also they're given a huge amount of business training in terms, and also access to markets. So every tree represents a livelihood. So hundreds of thousands of families will live off these trees long after we're gone. That's another unbelievable legacy for these players to leave behind, and to demonstrate the power of sport in changing lives and doing good in society. I'm a big believer that everyone wants to make a difference, and the Warriors Humanity believes everyone wants to make a difference, but sometimes life gets in the way, and everyone's so busy. So we're all about creating a real extraordinary experience for people to come on board and leave that difference. And Plant the Planet Games is all about that. We're going to give them an extraordinary experience, extraordinary memories. They're going to leave an extraordinary impact and an extraordinary legacy. And I suppose that's what the GAA, the LGFA and the Camogie are doing for years in Ireland, in terms of that community aspect, that volunteering aspect, and the power of the village. And I suppose the power of the village in Ireland is very similar to the power of the village in Africa, where it's like it takes a community to raise a child, it takes a community to look after its people. And I suppose that's what the GAA does in Ireland, in times of in times of joy and also in times of great sadness. It's the GA that rows in behind you in terms of funerals and tragedies, and they're the first on the scene to really get behind people. And I suppose it's the same in Africa, and there's a huge similarities there in terms of our culture, and it's wonderful to see. And the players are amazing. What role models they are in terms of it's not easy to raise 10,000, and they all do it. And they come out and they're such good ambassadors in Africa and in Kenya, in the way the respect they have for people, the way they interact. And so Plant the Planet Games is all about that sharing of that culture, intercultural exchange, the deep, immersive intercultural exchange program, where we play sport together, we play music together, we dance together, and you see people connecting on a human level. Magic happens. And I suppose that's what the GA facilitates in Ireland too, And even in New York or Dubai, or when people go away, it's the GA club. Even if they haven't played it, it's the GA club that they gravitate towards because of the network it gives them and the support it gives them. And the players themselves, I think it's a life transforming experience for them. They come back with, I suppose, different. They see some challenging stuff, but they also see such inspiring and resilient and such happy people who have so little. And they will learn an awful lot more from the Kenyan people as well. And they come back, I think, very much changed, I suppose, with a deep appreciation of the opportunities they have in life. Because the children they meet and the families they meet and the people they meet will all have the same dreams that we have, to become sports stars, doctors, nurses. But by pure geographical fluke where they're born, they have very limited opportunities compared to what we have. And I think it gives them a good kick up the bum to say how lucky we are, and to grab every opportunity they have when they come home. But it also, I think, sows a seed that they can now make a massive difference that they may never have thought before. We're very lucky. We've got a huge reaction from the community and from Irish people and international, where we've raised 1.3 million over the 3 games, and but we need an awful lot more to continue, because these people, the people we work with and the people we help, are deeply affected by climate change, even though they've contributed least to it. And people can get on board by looking up Plant the Planet Games and I Donate. There's an awful lot of links there for the different players. They can support the general cause, or they can support one of their favourite players. And if they go on to selfhelpafrica.org, our Warriors for Humanity, or the Gaelic Players Association websites, they'll see links to the I Donate pages of all the players, and follow us on all the social media channels of all those organisations.